Now, I don't know about you guys, but there was a time I said some really bad things to myself. And when I look at it now, I look at all the people throughout my life, and there have been plenty, who have said things to me that are appalling, that are not kind, that are not nice, and that have kept me up at night. And when I look at the things I've said to myself, they look like they're my best friends. How about you? I tear myself down, or I used to tear myself down so often, I didn't even realize I was doing it. And I've been in some book clubs lately where we've talked about self-talk, that inner voice, that narrative in your head, and how that impacts who we are, what holds us back, why we move forward, why we stay stuck. And it's like, who's that voice in my head? Who is that voice in my head? Is it my mom? Is it a teacher? Is it a coach? Is it some arbitrary person that I saw just out and about in the world who made a passing comment that stayed with me? A friend, not friend. Why do I give that power still? And why do I reinforce it? So why do I tell myself I'm stupid? Why do I tell myself I'm weak? Why do I tell myself I'm the problem? Why do I tell myself I don't deserve this? Why do I tell myself I'm a piece of shit after I ate the cookie? Why do I say, girl, you knew you should have done it and you didn't do it. I knew you wouldn't. God, you never stick to your goals. You never do what you say you're going to do. No wonder nobody loves you. No wonder nobody wants to be your friend. Which absolutely isn't true, but why do I say these things? And how are those things impacting the choices we make? The physical choices we make every day in our lives. We eat the cookie. You knew you would. You might as well eat it. You might as well eat the whole package. You know you're going to because you're fatty. That's what you do. You know you shouldn't have the other drink. You might as well have the whole bottle. You already blew it. And we say these things to ourselves so often we don't even know we're doing it. And we don't even realize how it's impacting the actual behaviors we take, because we do eat the whole package of cookies and we do drink the whole bottle and we do spend all the money and we do stay home because we're so embarrassed at what our bodies look like and we have so much shame over that, and we stay disconnected and we don't try new things because we think we're dumb and we think we're not talented and we think it's too late and we think we blew it when we had the chance and all of our chances are gone. And we say all of these things to ourselves all day long. Sometimes we say them, we don't even know we're saying them. And it comes out of our mouth and we're like, I can't believe I just said that to myself. We don't even do that. We're not even appalled at this point. And I was listening to this one podcast and this woman was talking about this and she was saying that she says all these terrible things to herself and she didn't realize she was doing it. And she recorded herself one day. She was in the kitchen, she was cooking, her husband and kids were coming and going, and she just turned her phone on to voice record and went on about what she was doing, chopping the vegetables. And she said, I couldn't believe the words that were coming out of my mouth. And I even knew I was recording myself. And I was saying these things when I listened to it back. And she said the number of times like my family would come in and they would ask me a question, I would answer in a negative way. She goes, I didn't even realize I was that negative till I was listening to it back. And I'll tell you what's humbling. My kids did this with me when they were in high school. And I was in some hormonal induced rage over some slight or another. And they recorded me and they played me back. And they told me, you don't know how you talk to me when you're in this state. And I was like, what? That doesn't sound like me at all. I'm a perpetually positive person. And they played it back and I cried. So much shame. How could I talk to people I love like that? How could I talk to myself like that? Don't I love myself? Where's the proof? Where's the proof? So we're going to stop that today. That's one huge shift we all need to make. It's a huge shift I made, is the way I spoke to myself. And it wasn't easy and it wasn't natural. And it took a lot of catching myself and a lot of forgiveness when I caught myself. And you can do it, but you're going to have to catch yourself because your words are a wand or they're a sword, and not just for other people, but for yourself too. And if your body doesn't believe you love it, if you don't believe you love yourself, if you are telling yourself every day you're not worthy with the way you speak to yourself, you will prove that to yourself to be true. And if you want to shift this, if you want to not be in this perpetual yo-yo loop of losing the weight and putting it back on and losing the weight and putting it back on and all the shame that comes with that, the way you talk to yourself has got to be a big shift you make, and you've got to start today. And again, you don't have to be perfect, but you've got to get onto yourself. You have got to start to make the change. So how do you do it? Number one, speak positivity to yourself. Speak it, not just in your head. That negative thought comes in and you go, nope, that's not true. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are capable of making a better choice. You are capable. You are good. You are funny. People like you. You like you. And maybe you don't mean it when you say it anyway. This is what athletes do. Before the proof is there, they are saying these things to themselves. They aren't waiting for the proof. And eventually they believe it because you shift the story you're telling yourself. You're shifting into the new narrative. And the new narrative is, I am worthy. I am good. I am lovable. I love myself. You are loved. You are so loved. If you weren't here, somebody's life would not be what it is today. For the better. I am good at consistency. I eat to nourish my body. I am not an emotional eater. I eat to feed my brain. I am intelligent. I am funny. I make the world a better place just by being in it. I don't have to earn my worth. I am worthy. People like me. I light up a room when I walk into it. I am beautiful. I love my body. I love my mind. You just say all of these things to yourself, and you don't have to do it for like some long extended period of time. And it doesn't have to be some ritual you do. Get ready in the morning and look yourself in the eye and say, girl, you got this today. You've got this more than anybody else has ever gotten this. You've got it. You are worthy. You're going to have the best day ever. There might be setbacks and you will get through them. You know why? Because you always do. You can do this. You have got this. You pump yourself up. When you are waking up in the morning, don't go doom scroll. Put on some affirmations. YouTube's full of them. I fell asleep listening to subliminal affirmations every night. This morning was totally embarrassing. My husband came in. He had been getting ready. I think he went down and got coffee or something. And I had it on. And I don't know, it was a new one. And it was like, I am wealthy. I don't know. I know what to do with my wealth. I use my wealth to help other people. He's like, what are you listening to? I'm like, I don't know. I've never done this one before. This one was apparently about money. But you know what? Who cares? Who cares? It's positivity being flooded into me when my brain was at a very pliable moment. And that state, that twilight state, is really when your brain, when you're falling asleep and when you're waking up, is a great time to listen to affirmations. You're just flooding your brain at a time where it's not already clogged with all the other noise of the world, and it's just ready to receive. It's a beautiful time, 2-3 minutes. It doesn't have to be long. And then you go in the bathroom and you're brushing your teeth and you're telling yourself, girl, you got this. And you're fixing your hair and you're like, you do, you got this. Look at that gorgeous hair. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at those eyes that can see. You can see. Look at you out there seeing in the world. You're a badass. Make it a game. Write on Post-it notes. Surprise yourself. Put it on your visor. You forgot you put it there. You put your visor down. You're like, yes, I am a badass. Yeah, I do have this. Put it in your refrigerator. Put it by your computer. I have a desk. I have 2 desks, and one of my desks is like a little kidney shape, and it's got a glass top. It's real cute. It's antique. And I'll take that glass off, and I'll write on Post-it notes all kinds of affirmations all over the place. And then in the morning, I go down to my office, and I just look, and I pick one. I repeat it a few times to myself. I've got cards, affirmation cards, and I'll pull an affirmation. That'll be my affirmation for the day. I'm not nonchalant about building myself up. And guess what I've done? That inner voice, she's a powerhouse, and she is automatic. She was not always automatic. She's not working for my highest good. And now, anytime I get into trouble, she's like, no, you got this. You got this. Or a negative thought tries to creep in. She's like, absolutely, that's a lie. That's not true. This is your truth. Because I've just trained her. It is trainable. You can do this. And this is a huge part of what you need to do. If you wouldn't say it to your child, if you wouldn't say it to your spouse, if you wouldn't say it to your mom, if you wouldn't say it to your best friend, why the hell are you saying it to yourself? Stop. Stop it right now, right away. And when you do say it, don't beat her up. She's already beat up. Remember, we don't do that anymore. What's a new thought? Take control of your thoughts and you will take control of your life. And that starts with how you speak to yourself, not just on the inside. It matters what you say on the outside too. And you will not be perfect, and that is okay. Shift it and just let yourself off the hook. You're tired, you're distracted, no excuses. Just let yourself off the hook. Okay, but guess what happens when you're onto yourself? Guess what happens when you can catch it? And this happens when you eat something you don't want to eat and you did it just automatic and you're like, darn it, I wasn't going to have any sugar today, and you ate the Reese's cup. Well, first of all, let's not be so legalistic. One Reese's cup does not ruin a day's worth of calories or weight loss unless you have the second and third and fourth one because you're mad at yourself for having the first one. And even then, it doesn't ruin a year's worth of weight loss. One day of Reese's cups does not ruin a year's worth of weight loss. It doesn't ruin anything. It's just a moment. It's just a thing. Move on. Same thing with the words that you speak. You did it. It happened. That moment is in the past. But here's the really good news. You caught it. And that means you're aware of it. That means you are going to be able to shift the behavior faster because you're catching it faster. You might not have caught it as it was coming out this time, but you caught it right after. And that's improvement. That's growth. And next time, you might actually catch it while it's coming out. And even if you don't, it's in the past. The only moment that matters is the one you're in. And in this one moment, you can make the choice to not do that. You can make the choice to say 3 good things to yourself instead of that one bad thing that was in the past. Shift that 80-20 into your favor. You have the power to do that. That's a good affirmation. You have the power to do that. I am powerful. I am the most powerful I will ever be in this moment right now. The past is in the past and the future is not guaranteed. And right now, I am one powerful bitch. Actually, I'm one powerful badass. I get to choose the language I use. I get to choose the narrative I tell myself. And I don't even have to believe it when I first start saying it because eventually I will. And eventually I will prove that narrative true. It's neuroplasticity. So if you were going to ask me one behavioral shift to make in the beginning of your journey, this is the one. Do this and watch everything shift around you. You've got this. How do I know? Because I did it. And if I can do it, I know you can do it. See you on the next one.